Well, it looks like it's straight up on the hour here in Chattanooga. It's 1 p.m. I think it's 12 p.m. in Chicago, where INACSL is, and whatever other hour you are in your time zone. But welcome, everybody. We're so excited to have you here today for today's fireside chat. As you join, please take a moment to drop in your name and where you're joining from in the chat. We'll have somebody monitoring that chat throughout the session, so feel free to add comments or questions as we go. And then I just wanted to find out if there was anybody. I'm Lori Greer, I'm the chair of the membership committee, and wondered if there's anybody else here from membership committee. If you would introduce yourself. And it may be people are still hopping on. So just as a way of a reminder, the purpose of these fireside chats is really the membership committee took this on as one of the responsibilities of our committee probably a year and a half ago, to highlight INACSL's many resources, but particularly so that you could get to know the committees, the SIGs and the RIGs, the SIGs being specialty interest groups and the RIGs being regional interest groups. And so it's been a really great way, I think, for us to connect our community and just to shine a light on the important work that goes on in the resources behind the name INACSL. Today, we are so thrilled to have the conference planning committee. And as we are in those last days and hours before the committee starts, I think we're about to 20, is it about 20 days now until conference starts. We're really excited to have Dr. Kelly Rusin, who is the chair of the conference committee, planning committee, and then Dr. Kelly Bryant, who is our board liaison for the conference planning committee. We just thank you both for taking the time today to come and share with us and to help build the excitement for conference. To get us started, we'd love to hear a bit more about each of you and your roles, and then just highlight how you landed on this particular committee.
You want to start, Kelly?
Sure.
And it's hard because there's two Kellys on
I know.
this call.
It's been interesting being on the conference planning committee with both of us. It's been wonderful, though. I am Dr. Kelly Russin. I'm from the University of South Carolina. I'm their director of simulation, and it's been wonderful being a part of INACSL. And I was the co-chair before and then came on as the chair this year. So thank you for having me.
And I'm Kelly Bryant, and my full-time job, I work at the National League for Nursing. I'm the director of their Center for Innovation and Education Excellence. It's a mouthful. And I have the pleasure of being on the board of INACSL. This is my second term. And as part of being on the board, we are assigned different committees to be a liaison. And again, I am fortunate that I am the liaison for the Conference Planning Committee. And I think I've been on this committee probably about 5 years. It has been a while, but I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, thank you. And I will say your Dr. Kelly Russin. I will say your name Russin instead of Rusin. So just as a way of kind of getting started, when you're thinking of or when you selected the theme, and I believe it's pioneering possibility, advancing the future of simulation, what were the things that prompted you to select that particular theme?
Well, it was such an honor to meet with the marketing team last year. That's one of the chair's special things that we get to do. I think Kelly Bryant was there too. And just getting ideas for the theme. So we were thinking pioneering had a lot to do with Oklahoma City. And then that word signifies to us like how fast simulation is growing and changing just rapidly right now. And then possibilities is a word that we were thinking it signifies all of the advancements like artificial intelligence and VR and so possibilities to me means all the things that we never thought were going to be possible. Back in the day, I never would have thought what we're doing with AI would be happening. And so I think it just kind of both of those words together signify where simulation is right now.
Yeah, that's excellent. And I totally agree. I think for those of us who've been doing this for a while, it's really crazy where we are right now, with AI just really exploding, I think, with possibilities for how that can help us in simulation. But so what can you kind of describe what it would be like or what it is like to be on the planning committee?
Well, I could say I'll start with this one. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. I'm one of those. I love planning conferences. So we get the opportunity to work with some amazing people. We get to know each other. And I love the fact that we share and brainstorm different ideas for the conference. We come up with new ideas, new topics, new tracks, for example, new ways of presenting during the conference, such as a few years ago when we presented the lightning round. But it really is fun to work with everyone. I think it's a great committee to be on. Like I said, it's a lot of work certain times of the year. And the best part is when you actually go to the conference and you see all that hard work pay off when, and especially at the end when you've had a very successful, wonderful conference. So I would say if I had to sum it up in one word, it's a lot of fun being on this committee.
I agree. It is so much fun, and I feel it makes us connected to each other. It's great for networking and feeling like you're part of a community because you just get to know so many different people. We have a large committee, and there's so many people there, and we get to know all the behind the scenes and make little decisions that are neat and have a voice in what happens, getting to know about the keynote speakers ahead and the panel discussion and just lots of different decisions you get to help make that just make the conference just more meaningful when you get there. And so to me, it's the community is the word.
Really great. And would you pretty much start right after conference, like the
We've
next?
already started.
Okay, so you've already started for
We have
2027.
to be ahead, yes, because there's a lot, as you know, a lot of planning from finding the venue. We got to be at least a couple of years ahead with that to the theme. And so, yeah, we're always in planning mode. Although right after we have a debriefing, we take a little bit of a break, but then we kind of start right back again with the next year's
That's,
planning.
that's awesome. So you've already started planning for next year. So um what do you think that the attendees are most excited about for this particular year? And what hot topics do you think are kind of helping to shape your
I think
agenda
you're
for
gonna be
this year?
excited, especially about Kelly's presentation. AI is just going to be, everybody's going to want to see anything that's changed since last year, what is new. It's just evolving so fast. Competency-based education as well is what we were looking for. And for me, I'm just looking for one great idea to bring back to implement. And I think everybody's coming in hoping they'll find one new thing, at least, if not way more.
And for me, and I think a lot of other people, I love the fact that we finally get together with our simulation colleagues under one roof and just have a good time connecting. Sometimes these, it's like one or two conferences a year where we all can come together and network and just catch up with individuals. So that's another piece that I love. Besides the wonderful presentations, also the exhibit hall, seeing what's new, what new, simulation mannequins to AI programs, to task trainers. I think that's also exciting. But I think the number one is getting to see my simulation colleagues again.
Yeah, and I would echo that. I think we spend so much time as a talking head on a screen. And when you actually get to see each other face to face, that really solidifies it's colleagues, but you become friends, I think. And
Mm.
so I think that that's what's revolutionized, at least my experience in an axle. So I totally echo what you're saying. But um, when you think too about, for instance, these topics that are hot, and for instance, AI and those things, how are those things helping to shape the agenda, the sessions, and the speakers for you this year? Certain ways that you went after those particular things.
You want to take that on, Kelly, or
Well, we had complex forms in Excel on all the presentations, what categories they were in, trying to make sure we balanced education and research or operations. And then we had the APRN that we were really trying to get into presentations, clinical versus academic. Like there's so many different areas, and then trying to have interactive sessions versus more like research-based, lecture sessions. So we really looked at so many different things and thankful for Excel spreadsheets to sort it all out for us and help us really make it where there's something for everybody at every time.
Yeah, and I just want to add on that the committee, including the chair and co-chair Kelly and Christy, were very intentional about making sure that the conference is very diverse in the topics, diverse in the type of presentations, and the audience for the topics, making sure that it's not just for simulationists or nurse educators in the academic setting, but also there's things for people that are more in the hospital setting. And like she said, making sure we were really conscious about having something for everybody so no one feels left out.
Yeah, and I know that there's been kind of a general thrust too to try to involve the sim ops people more. So that's been really good. So hopefully, I'm sure we'll see that many opportunities for others other than nurses and other than nursing educators here. So that's very exciting. But are there any presentations that you personally are most excited about, or that you feel kind of stand out more related to the theme?
Well, I already said Kelly's presentation.
Yes.
I know she doesn't like it, but a couple years ago, I know it was standing room only. I sat on the floor. So just go ahead and get there early. And it's going to be interactive too, which is exciting. I'm also, our co-chair is Christy DeSo. She is, coming up and just an amazing, speaker. And she has a presentation on out of the skills lab and is talking about how to bring simulation into this into skills lab and redefining how nurses learn. And I love that because skills lab is just a whole nother component and it's not generally combined with simulation. So I love that. And the other thing is homegrown. I love the homegrown session. Like how can a lot of people don't have a lot of funding? How can you use things to repurpose? So I'm really excited about that session.
So
Yeah, for me, I'm excited. I don't know. I'm excited about all of them. I wish I could go to all of them. But particularly, I'm really excited to see the keynote, the Vanguard, and the EndNote presentations. I always enjoy the keynote because a lot of times it's not what you would think, like it's simulation focused, but kind of indirectly. So I really like that touch. And the Hayden Vanguard is by a simulation colleague that I truly respect in the field, Mary Fay, who's going to give us a great presentation on when competency meets connection, the transformative power of the nurse educator. And then I'm also looking forward to the end note because we have an interprofessional panel with, again, people that are well respected, that colleagues in the field that are going to talk about IPE and simulation. So I'm excited about all of them, but particularly those, the end note, the keynote, and the Vanguard.
that's great. Yeah. So I'm excited about those too. I think those are always outstanding sessions. But do you know of anything different within the exhibit hall this year?
Are we going to tell them, Kelly? I don't know if we should. Not
Oh,
different.
that might be an insider secret.
Okay, maybe we'll say that with an insider.
Okay, we'll
But
put the insider.
I will say that out of the 80 vendors, we have over 20 that are new vendors. So you're definitely going
Oh,
to want to check out the exhibit hall because there's quite a few new vendors with, new equipment, new task trainers, new AI software programs that you're going to definitely want to see.
it's exciting. And then do we still have puppies?
Somebody just put that in the chat.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if you noticed, that's Beth Hallmark. Yes, the puppies are coming back. We were trying to save it, but yes, the puppies are back.
We got to have puppies. That's our therapy now. But well, kind of thinking through when you're building the agenda, that sort of thing, or just the entire conference, how much does attendee feedback play into that?
Well, we use evaluations every year. We meet right after the conference to talk about what the evaluations were and start making plans. And we've used those every year to shape how we plan the next conference.
Yeah, we
So,
do
so very
value.
important. So, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, we value the feedback. So when the conference is over, if you're attending, please give us feedback. We want to make sure that we're improving it every single year. And we take the feedback seriously. That's why you see that there's an operations track. That's why you see the lightning series. So a lot of that feedback has already gone into the conference and changed the way that we structure the conference. So we appreciate the feedback and we do pay a lot of attention.
It's so good to hear. If attendees, remember one thing from 26 and actual 26, what is your hope for what that is or takeaway?
For me, it is the friendships that you make. Hopefully, you won't, doing simulation all the time, you feel like you're in a silo. Like most organizations, there's one person that does everything. And so there you get to network with other people who are in the same situation and being able to make those friends and connections and networking. So I hope that everyone leaves with some new friends.
And I hope everybody leaves saying, wow, this was definitely worth the investment. This is definitely worth coming to every year, because I think people walk away, you almost take in so much, there's all this new content that you're learning, new ideas, new things that you're going to want to buy for your sim center. And then of course, the networking. You meet new colleagues and you come up with new projects you're going to work on together and collaborations. So I just hope that people walk away and just say, oh my goodness, this was a wonderful conference. I can't wait to come back next year.
That's awesome. Anything different that you hope that it brings for the next generation of sim leaders that we're developing?
Um, Kelly?
I would say I hope that for the next generation, they participate and they feel inspired to be the next leaders in simulation, inspired to be more active in an axle if they're not already, inspired to run for a position, a committee, a position as a vice chair or co-chair in a committee. I just hope that it really inspires the next generation, to be innovative and take on leadership. Because those of us that have, been on the board, we've been here for a while, we're ready for the next generation of simulationists to come, and take on some of these leadership roles. Because with that comes new ideas, you know, new, new innovation. So that's what I hope with the new generation, how they get inspired.
I agree. I think the new generation is different. I'm a millennial, so looking at the younger generation coming into education, they don't take no for an answer. They are going to circle back, and I think they are advocates and just strong leaders, and just a different generation. I was raised a different way, and so I'm not as likely to circle back. I'm kind of like, okay, I'll move on to something else. But the new generation is like, no, I'm back. We're still working on this. I still believe in this. Super strong advocates and change makers. So
Mm.
I think the new generation is going to be amazing, very technology driven.
That's awesome. Yes, it is interesting when you look at the different generations and how they respond and how they interact
Mm.
with simulation, among other things. But well, what's a uniquely Oklahoma City type experience that you hope attendees won't miss?
Well,
Well, I'm
Kelly
going.
has one planned, so I'm
Yes,
gonna pass that to
I
her.
I'm going on an Oklahoma River cruise. So apparently
Oh,
the river runs right downtown. And so there's river walks, there's all different sightseeing. So I booked a little $20 cruise. And it's after the Naxal celebrations and stuff like that. So see if anything like that is still open because that was easy. But I'm from the South, South Carolina, and so barbecue is supposed to be big in Oklahoma. So barbecue, fried okra. So I think I'm gonna be right at home there. So I want to try their barbecue, some fried okra, chicken fried steak is their state meal. I looked up. I'm like, that is me. I'm gonna have some good food while I'm there.
Right. As a vegetarian, that's not going to work for me, but
So,
I do. What I do appreciate that Oklahoma City has a strong Western heritage, cowboy culture. So when you're at the conference, make sure you have some fun. Make sure after you're done with the conference, go out and enjoy Oklahoma City. I like to do that every time we go to a new city. There's a National Cowboy and Western Museum. Also, I'm excited because I got my first set of cowboy boots yesterday. So I'm
oh,
looking
that's
forward to
exciting.
wearing my cowboy boots for the first time and getting my cowboy hat and embracing this cowboy culture. So just make sure you have fun.
I
So
can't
that's
figure out how
awesome.
to
And
fit that in my carry-on. That means I'd have to check
oh,
luggage.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a hat yet. I'm not sure if that's going to fit. Maybe I have to get that when I go to Oklahoma. I'm not sure.
yeah, I wonder about getting the kind with the string and just wearing it on
Just
your
wear
back,
it.
on the plane and everything. Um, I think we kind of hit sneak peeks behind the scenes in insider secrets. I don't know if you have anything additionally that you want to share, if you maybe want to talk a little bit about the pre-conference offerings or the tours and things for
Yeah, the tours are going to be amazing. People can still jump in. The schools have great plans for escape rooms and different games they're going to play and prizes on the bus. And so they've been working really hard at planning that. And the other thing that's, I think, new or maybe has been done in the past, but I'm looking forward to Meet the Board. So there is a Meet the Board. They said it was Thursday evening around
I believe
5.
it's Thursday. Yeah, I'm thinking it's 5:05 and Ariel may correct me on that, but
That's exciting for anybody that wants to meet the board members. So I'm looking forward to that.
great
And
opportunity.
also just want to put a plug in that there's still room for the pre-con. So we have the Chessie uh, review class. There's a pioneering sim design. There's healthcare simulation standards of best practice courses for both beginner and advanced. Ready, Set, Reflect's another one. Equity and reliability in sim. And then, of course, as Kelly mentioned, the tours. So if you want to add that on, there's still time to add that on. Oh,
That's
sorry.
really
Chessie is full.
Cool.
Sorry. Every year
oh,
this
We
Chessie's
didn't
full.
happens.
know.
Yeah, that one gets full pretty fast, I bet. But
Mhm. It does.
They
um,
they've ordered us some paddle. I guess they're calling them popsicle sticks, and so
oh,
we're going to be carrying them around for the conference planning committee. So if you see someone walking around with, it'll say that we're on the conference planning committee. Stop and ask us questions. If we're going to carry it around, please stop and talk to us.
that's
I
that's awesome.
I also think it's good to talk about advice we have for first timers. Every year we have a large majority of our conference attendees who are first timers. So I know, I'm trying to remember back to my first time, it was a long time ago, but it could be a little bit overwhelming.
Mm.
So I would just, my advice to first timers, if you can find a buddy, if you're going with someone from your university, that always helps. But make sure that you really attend the sessions. When you have lunch, sit with some people you don't know. Get to meet some other people. Make sure you also attend the SIG Rig Rush. So if you're not a part of a committee, that's a great opportunity for you to find out about some of the special interest groups to see if that's something you want to join, or the regional interest groups. So while you're there, just being as involved as you can, talk to as many people as you can, take notes, because there's going to be a lot of knowledge that is being shared in these presentations. And then at the other part, which I already mentioned, have fun. Make sure that it's not all work and conference. Go out, enjoy yourself, have a great dinner, have a great tour, go with Kelly on the cruise.
Awesome.
But enjoy Oklahoma City.
I think the first time is like going to Disney World for the first time, um, because it was a lot to me and exciting and lots of the exhibit hall. Like I think I took pictures. It was just fascinating if you've never seen something like that. But I think I make a plan so that I can try to get the best. Like I have an agenda of everything I want to do, and everything I want to do at night so that it's, I mean, you wouldn't go to Disney World without a plan. Um, so I recommend having some sort of plan. And if it doesn't happen that way, that's okay. But it will make you feel more organized and not out of control because there's so many things you can do. It's so exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I would add, we are Nicola Contreras and I will do a first timers orientation on Thursday morning. I believe it's at 7. So that will touch on everything that's kind of planned, and maybe a few of the locations and things. So that may help too. But and then the other thing I wanted to mention is that the committee applications, the SIGs and RIGs applications are open right now. You can go online and put your application in for one of those. I believe we're taking them till first week in June or so. So I would get them in before conference. And then after conference, those are kind of evaluated, and you should receive some a response back regarding that. So that is something that is only open like from April to June each year. So if you had applied previously and wondered why you may have not been able to be selected to sit on a committee, it's because they only do it in this time frame. And I think that the responses are maybe sent out around July. And again, Ariel may correct me on a few of those things, but try to get your application in before conference. So
And also, we're looking for volunteers at the conference. So if you want to be involved and
yes,
more active, I believe that went out, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. So if you want to be a
yes.
greeter to, mentoring someone else who's a first time for the conference, you can also put in your application for that also.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity too to meet more people, and they will be people that you probably will then connect with for a lifetime. Um, so thank you for that. But is there anything else that you would like to share or talk about related to your work?
Oh, I think I shared everything. I'd love to hear if there's questions from the audience.
Yeah, so we'll open that up for questions now if anybody wants to step on and add a question. Has a question? Let me see if I can.
Brandon, there was one in the chat from Brandon who wanted to know again if we can get the information on the first timers orientation. When is that?
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if I can tell you specifically where the location is, but it's set for 7 a.m. Thursday morning, which is it the 11th? I believe that's the June 11th.
One thing I will say, I did think of something. Download the app.
Yes,
Because the app
yes.
will have the location at times, because I don't know about anybody else, but if it's not on my calendar, I'm probably not going to remember. So I strongly encourage you, download the app so you can make your schedule, you can have calendar reminders, and also you can communicate with other attendees. You can share your contact information, you can share pictures. So that would be
What
a piece.
app is it called?
Oh,
I'm
I think
sorry.
the app, what is it called? You will
It's
get
an
the link and
events.
information. Oh, it didn't come out yet. So you will get an email with a link and I guess your code, and then you download the app and you put that code in. So it hasn't been released yet, but it should be coming soon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also where you complete your evaluations.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps connect to your CEUs and CEs or whatever. So the app is extremely important for that. So thank you for reminding us of that. Any other questions?
It looks like Laura asked earlier if there are any tips or must-dos. It sounds like a lot of those were hit earlier, but if you have any that maybe you feel like you didn't think of earlier.
I have one that helped me when I was in my simulation role. Because, like I said, with 80 vendors in the exhibit hall, it could be a little overwhelming. So, what I started doing, because it's like a kid in a toy store, like you start seeing, it's like, I want that, I want that. I take pictures of whatever it is, the task tray and a mannequin, and I actually write notes. I'll put the name of the vendor, the price of it. So, when I go back home, I have all these pictures with my handwritten notes, and I know who to follow up on and which items I'm actually going to purchase versus some are just like, on my wish list. So that would be one tip that I thought was really helpful when I was in my simulation role.
I do like a debriefing at the end of the day with myself. I'm like, because just to like write down or send emails. Like if I've seen something last year, I saw something for APRN, so I just emailed the APRN team just to get it off my mind because I knew I would forget. So I try to like every day debrief, and because I know I will forget if I move on to the next day. and just write things down and keep some notes because you will the next day will be so full of amazing things that you'll forget everything from the day before. So I agree. The pictures are great. And then maybe take some at the end of the day, kind of debrief with yourself. That's what we do in simulation. So
And if you have a digital card, because you know, you can have your physical card, but I think it's really helpful because it's a great opportunity for networking. If you have some sort of digital card where people could just scan it and you can exchange your information, I found that that was also helpful. And also a lot of times the vendors also, if you're interested in a product or something, they're going to want to scan and get your information. So instead of giving out 50 million business cards, which I know for me, I tend to lose or they just stay in a drawer somewhere, make your digital card and be ready to share that.
That's a great idea.
the sooner
Kelly.
you get to the exhibit hall, the better, because some have really good giveaways at the beginning. And once they're gone, like cups and things. So get in at the beginning.
Pocket Nurse has the best nail files. I don't know what they're made out of, but they last for years. So just a tidbit.
Awesome. Any other questions? It looks like
Yes, I think that's Ariel giving us questions. Could the presenter share a favorite memory from a past conference? Oh goodness, there's so many. I'll be honest, I'm an animal lover. I love the first year when they had the animals. I have so many pictures of holding, was it the first year they had a dog or the cat? I don't know. I was holding all of them. And I just remember because, you know, you get so, I don't know, it's like I said, it can be a little overwhelming. Then you go to the pet center and they just relax you. You just sit there and you sit there for minutes and just petting these animals. But then the problem is you want to take them home. But that's a fond memory that I have is the first year when the animals were in the exhibit hall.
Yeah, I think the exhibit hall is one thing that I remember the most. And then like the ab birth, that when I first saw that, I have one now, which is I'm so thankful for. But that was just insane to me. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. So when I saw them doing those demonstrations of the ab birth and the ab trach out on the floor in front of everybody, I loved it. I was like, this is amazing that they're able to do this. So I think that's my biggest memory from the first time I went.
Hey, Kelly.
Yes, is that Beth?
Yeah. I can't turn my camera on because I went to PT today and I look like I just came out of PT, so I can't turn my camera on. But I thought of something too, maybe about posters. You said you take pictures. I take pictures of posters too, if you want to take stuff back. And then I just like forward it to people. If it's not related to, like Kelly said, if it's APRN and I'm not really that involved with APRN, although I am some, I forward it to them. Or you know, there's sometimes other discipline stuff there too, interprofessional things. And that way I just send it right to them. They have it, and that's the easy way. Or I keep it on my phone if I want to look at it myself. So just a thought. And
No, that's
one
good.
other thing, when y'all were talking about things to do, and this might seem morbid to people, but the Oklahoma City Bombing Museum is amazing if you haven't been. I have been, and I mean, I know it sounds morbid, but I'm telling you, it is very, very good. It's well done. So if you like history.
Thank you, Beth, for sharing that.
yeah, thank you. That's Beth Hallmark, and she's our board liaison. So we appreciate all that she's done for us.
Sorry, I can't turn my camera on. I look
So
horrid.
it's okay.
Okay, Beth.
I'm sure you look great, but I understand. We had a question about what time the conference center opens. Do we know? Do we know about that yet?
Is that the exhibit hall?
That
Yeah.
must be.
I don't know if Ariel knows, but it's usually not the first day, but you'll see, you know, and there'll be a big announcement, and you want to be there at the opening. That's another little tip I'm going to give you. I can't tell you everything, but something, you know, it's worthwhile to see when they cut the ribbon and they open the exhibit hall. And Ariel did put a link to the schedule. So although you don't have the app yet, I would strongly encourage you to go to that link and you can see sort of an outline of the entire schedule for the conference.
Well, is there any other questions?
One other thing I just wanted to add to, not to dwell on the exhibit hall, but you know, some of you may be into extended reality, virtual reality. I would strongly encourage you to use that opportunity to go in and actually try those software programs, put the headset on and look at of those software programs, particularly if you're in the market for it, because this is your time. This is your only time to have all these vendors in one space, and it saves you a lot of time because you can go and visit and try out all of them while you're there.
That's great. It is such an opportunity to get to see the different products and everything.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and not just headset, Task Trainer, you get to try it out, but use that time to really, if you're on the market for anything,
Hey,
fully looking into them.
I'm so sorry. First timer here and everything. I just had one more question for you guys. I was looking at that link for the schedule and everything, and it says like, okay, June 9th is like registration and everything, but I already registered. Do I have to do that again or no?
You do have to
no,
check in. So I don't know if Ariel's calling that registration. So when you come, you want to go to the registration desk so you can pick up your badge and if they
Yeah,
have a bag and some other things.
Okay.
yeah. So you don't have to register again. You just have to make sure that you check in. We'll
All
have
right.
goodies
And
for you.
sorry, is that June 9th or June 10th?
Whenever you arrive. So it'll be registration will be open every day, except for by the afternoon of the last day. But otherwise, registration will be open. So whenever you get there, first things first, go ahead and get to registration and get your badge.
And wear your badge throughout the conference because they will be scanning it. You will not be able to get an exhibit hall without your badge. So you want to keep that on and wear it every day at the conference.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
excited you're coming. It's the first time or two. Anything else you want to have questions about or comments? Well, then we just thank you both so much for sharing with us today, taking the time out to share and to share secrets and share advice and just kind of detail some of the work that you put into this. And we can't say thank you enough. There's not probably enough words to express our gratitude for all that you've done. And so we're excited to see you and to participate in conference.
Thank you for inviting us. And those of you on this call, if you see us, come and say hi.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
But we'll close it here then.